I used to despise the look development process while color grading. No matter how many LUTs I bought, no matter how many tutorials I followed, I just could not get a look that I actually liked. But then I found Dehancer, and now I actually enjoy color grading. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Robert. I'm a photographer and filmmaker, and I've wasted days trying to get LUTs to work. But Dehancer fixed all of that. Full transparency, I did not buy Dehancer. They actually reached out to me to make this video. I'm not getting paid to make this video, and they don't have any influence on what I say. This is just my honest review. They did, however, provide me with the software, and they hooked your boy up with a 10% discount code for all of you, but more on that later. First of all, what is Dehancer? Dehancer is a plugin designed to emulate different film looks in post-production for photo and video. It works with a wide range of editors from every major NLE to Lightroom to Photoshop and even Capture One. They even have a desktop version and what I really like, a standalone mobile version so you can edit on the go. If you're on a train ride to work or even if you're on vacation and you just don't have your laptop with you. I've tested it and it works great for a quick edit on the go. If you've ever bought a LUT pack that just does not work or ends up breaking your image, Dehancer fixes all of that because it's actually emulating film chemistry instead of just slapping a color curve on top of it. And the best part is you can tweak every single parameter to your liking and anybody can get the hang of it after just a couple of hours. So pull up a chair, grab yourself some coffee, because in the next few minutes I'm going to show you how this plugin can take your grades to the next level. Alright, jumping into DaVinci Resolve, let's actually see what Dehancer can do. But note, this is not an in-depth tutorial or complete workflow video. This is just going to be a quick overview so you can get the idea if this plugin is something for you or not. I've prepared a couple of clips here from my Maldives trip last year, and I haven't really done anything to these clips other than use a color space transform node in and out to take it from C-Log 3 to Rec 709. I did a little white balance correction and a little exposure correction. Other than that, nothing has been done to these clips whatsoever. I have my Dehancer node here disabled, and when I go ahead and enable that, you see your image turns to this. That's just the default preset Dehancer is set to when you open up the plugin. And the first thing that I like to do is go through starting at the top and just disable everything. And that's one of the things that I kind of wish they would change. I wish they would give you a clean slate option, that everything is just turned off from the beginning so you can go in and only turn those things on that you want to turn on, instead of having to go in and manually turn everything off. The next thing I do is go down here to quality, set it to high, and then go back to the top and just start working on it. Right at the top, you have an input section where you can set the source of your video. You could technically go in and set this to your log footage, so you don't have to go in with your CST in right here. But I'm just used to grading this way, so we're going to leave it like that. And I'm converting this from C-Log 3 to DaVinci Wide Gamut, so that's what I'm going to set this to. You have some more exposure and white balance tools right here, but I've already done that on these two nodes, so I'm going to skip that for now too. Now this is where it's going to get fun. You can enable your film profile and open up this drop-down menu. They have a huge library of different film profiles, and each one reacts completely different. You can almost feel the chemistry behind it. One thing that does kind of bug me though is I wish you could preview each one of these by just hovering over them. Instead, you actually have to go through and click each one. And I usually go through clicking each one until I find something I like. That looks pretty good. We're going to keep that for now. After picking your film, you have so many different tools to manipulate your exposure, your contrast, your colors. And the great thing is, no matter how far I found myself pushing these sliders, I never really saw the image break or any artifacting going on and nothing like that. You can fine-tune things like halation and bloom. These are subtle details that make digital footage feel organic. For example, halation gives you that soft red glow around your highlights. I love the bloom that Dehancer offers. It's super easy to replicate the look of a diffusion filter if you don't have one, but you still want that aesthetic in your video. Real talk about the grain though, I'm not a super heavy grain guy. And if you're like me and you like it subtle, you're gonna have to dial this way down. But if you're going for that gritty documentary feel, crank it up and it's perfect. The flexibility here is insane. Then you got color head adjustments for tinting highlights and shadows. You could dial in a completely custom look within minutes and without overcomplicating your node tree. And honestly, I do not have any experience with real film processing, but just pushing around sliders here already gives me a look that I love. That's the crazy part. It's like grading on autopilot, but you still have full control. I'm genuinely blown away at how intuitive this is. This plugin basically took what used to be a painful process for me and made it fun. So who should actually buy Dehancer? Here's my honest take. If you're still mastering the basics like exposure, white balance, color correction, master those first. Dehancer won't just magically fix a poorly exposed shot. But if you're like me and you understand the fundamentals, but spend hours building looks from scratch and following tutorials that just never really seem to land, this changes everything. It's perfect for wedding filmmakers who need consistent looks over 8 hours of filming, YouTube creators who want a signature style without a colorist's budget, photographers who are expanding into video. And before we get into pricing, you need to see this side by side because it's actually insane how much time this saves. Last year, I made a Maldives cinematic video, and that grade took me a whole week and countless nodes to do. These shots that you've seen here today are from the same exact video, and it only took me minutes and a handful of nodes to dial in an amazing look. That's just insane. Let's talk price. Dehancer starts at $11 a month for photo editing and $25 a month for video editing. Or you can choose a one-time payment of $599 for lifetime access, no subscription. I know that might sound steep if you're on a budget, but just think about it. How much is your time really worth? That Maldives video took me a week to grade. With Dehancer, just a couple of minutes to an hour. If I would have had this last year, I would have saved myself literal days of frustration. Plus, if you take into consideration at $300 a year, by the second year, it's already cheaper to get the lifetime access. But I know I can go without another subscription in my life. Now, full disclosure, the link in the description is an affiliate link. If you grab Dehancer, I get a small commission with no extra cost for you. It helps me keep making reviews like this one. And to get a 10% discount at checkout, use the code CASH10. Would I recommend this though if I wasn't an affiliate? Definitely. This is staying in my workflow no matter what, because it actually solves a problem I've been having for years and could not fix. Okay, so here's what I need from you. First, if this helped you figure out if Dehancer is actually for you or not, smash the like button. It helps beginners find honest reviews like this one instead of just hype videos. Second, if you've ever spent hours trying to nail a color grade, drop a comment with your story. I want to hear it. Let's suffer together. And finally, subscribe if you want more reviews and tips. And now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go regrade every video I've ever made because apparently I've been doing it the hard way this whole time. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.